Hey Macro Machiners, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is 4 rounds for time. It's called November Rain. It is 10 deadlifts, 20 sit-ups, 10 slam balls, 20 box jumps, 10 plate V-ups, and 20 goblet squats. So you're gonna do all that 4 times. Make sure you mark down your times and weights and check out your progress later on in a few weeks. Okay, so the first movement is going to be our deadlift. We're going to start with the barbell and then move on to the modifications. Okay, so when you go to set yourself up for a deadlift, make sure that your butt is always going to be set above that knee. So again, when you reach down to the bar, we shouldn't be down here. We always want to be above that knee. We always want to lead with our chest upward, so we're never bent over and then trying to stand up. We always want our chest to be pulled up first, and using our legs to stand up. So our back is going to always be straight. Our shoulders are going to be pulled back, and we're really going to engage that core to make sure everything is nice and tight so we prevent injury. So when we set up at the bar, we're going to be about thumb width away from the smooth part. I like to do the reverse grip, or a mixed grip, and I have one palm out, one palm facing in. This just helps prevent the barbell from rolling, especially if you're going to go for a heavier weight. So again, we're going to set up at the barbell. We're going to come down. We're going to pull our chest upward. We're going to make sure everything is tight and ready before we go ahead and lift the barbell up. So our shoulders are back, our core is engaged, and we're going to stand. We're going to bring the barbell up our leg, touching the whole time, and stand straight up. No leaning back, just stand straight up. And then you're going to drag that barbell back down, your legs, and touch the ground, and then again stand up, pulling your knees out of the way when you're standing up. So again, we want contact the whole time. Keeping the barbell nice and close, again, is going to prevent injury, because when we start pulling the barbell out here, we're pulling and dragging our shoulders down, our back starts to get rounded. We're going to feel it in our lower back. So we want to make sure we're just using those legs to stand up and everything is straight. We want a nice straight line. So yes, barbell close. So modifications, if you don't have barbell, you can go ahead and use a kettlebell, and it's going to be that same movement, same form, just using a kettlebell. And if you have different kettlebell weights, go for a heavier one with that. And same thing with a dumbbell. The other thing we can use is a band. So what we want to do is put both feet in the band. Again, one with more resistance is better. We're going to be about hip width, a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to grab the band kind of low, so we have more resistance. And again, we're setting up the same exact way, and we're just going to stand up at the top. Okay. So that's the deadlift. Moving on to our sit-ups. So our sit-ups, we're going to come all the way up, touch those toes, all the way back so our back is flat on the ground. Touching, our shoulders should touch as well when we come back. This will give us the full movement. Really engage that core. Think about that core being engaged. So modifications, you could just go ahead to your knees. Crunches to your shins, and those are the modifications. Again, we're gonna avoid putting our hands behind our neck just to prevent us from pulling on that neck and creating neck strain and injury. Okay, so the next movement is going to be our slam ball. So this slam ball, I can't emphasize enough, it's a full body movement. So, which means you're gonna be engaging everything, your legs, your core, your arms, your shoulders. So what we wanna do, we wanna get the slam ball in front of us. We're gonna grab it with two hands on either side. We're gonna bend down, we're gonna come down into a squat, keeping our chest up. And we're gonna grab onto the slam ball. We're gonna pull it up and overhead. And as we come back down, we're gonna slam it on the ground, and the same thing. We never want to be grabbing the slam ball like this. We always want to come down in that squat and grab it up. Again, when we're going like this, same thing with the deadlifts. We're gonna start rounding our back and shoulders. Then we're starting to lift with our back, and that's when we get lower back injuries. So a couple things with the slam ball. If you're looking for time, the best way to do this is you want to come up, and as you're coming all the way up, your hands are extended all the way upward. When you come back down, follow the slam ball back down, and you want to slam it hard on the ground. And when that slight bounce happens, that's when you want to pick it up again. So you want to pick it up on the bounce. So you're going to come down, follow, and you notice that I'm coming all the way down, squatting all the way down to pick up the slam ball. So, modifications. If you have a wall ball, you can do the wall ball. Keep in mind with the wall ball, it's going to be way bouncier than the slam ball. So you're not coming down as far. So you can always emphasize that by squatting down more to add a little bit something to it. So again, same movement. You're going to come down, slam the ball down, and if you want, follow it all the way down to a squat. Or if you're just not with the mobility or bad knees or something, it's okay, catch it higher. So same movement. And if you don't have a wall ball, slam ball, you can use a plate, and you can just do plates to overhead. And again, remember, keep in mind, we're coming down. Our chest is always straight. No matter what the weight you use, whether it's heavy or light, you want to practice good form. So the next movement is our box jump. So we're going to set up a box facing the box. We're going to jump as high as we possibly can on the box, landing with our whole foot on the box in a quarter squat. So it's going to look like this, and then you're going to stand all the way up at the top. Make sure that you don't land with your feet hanging off. We don't want any cliffhangers. This makes the box, one, unstable, but also you unstable on the box, could fall. Hey Mia, you want to do box jumps? Okay, so again, what we don't want to do, cliffhangers or land in a full squat. We want to make sure it's only a quarter squat, and we can either step down or we can jump down. So modifications would be making the box lower, stacking up plates to a height you feel comfortable jumping on. If you don't have a box, you can just do jumping squats. So again, good form. We want chest up nice and tall, core engaged. We want our knees to come out when we come down in our squat, not forward are in. We want to come and we're gonna jump. Okay, so the next movement is gonna be our V-ups with a plate. Okay, so real quick with the V-up, remember we're coming up with our hands and our feet, and we're touching those toes. So with the plate, the same movement, except we're gonna touch our feet to the plate. We're gonna come down, engaging that core the whole time. So modifications, no plate. You can do alternating legs. You could hold the plate and do leg raises. Or knees. The next movement, last movement, is going to be our goblet squat. Again, with the squat, our feet are always flat on the ground. We should never be up on those toes or back on those heels. We want a nice flat foot the whole time. When we come down, we want to make sure our knees are coming outward. This is going to help ensure that our feet stay flat on the ground, because if we start moving our knees forward, we're going to naturally roll up onto those toes, lifting those heels, creating an unstable platform. So knees always out. So again, out, not forward, and make sure definitely not inward. We want to make sure our chest is up, core always engaged. And and this is more important when it's not just a regular air squat, meaning just body weight, which is one of the modifications. So if you don't want to do, or you're not ready to do it with a weight, you can just do the body weight. And again, when we come down, we want to come down to at least parallel. So this leg is parallel to the ground. Or we want to go lower if we can. Now, again, let's work on mobility. On the Instagram page, we did put a little video on ankle mobility. Great thing to practice, add to your daily workout if you're working on that. So goblet squats, we can use several things. We can use our dumbbell, and we're gonna hold it just at the top of the dumbbell, come down, keeping that back straight, everything good. We can use our slam ball. Maggie! Or we can use our kettlebell, and we're gonna hold it by the round part. The other thing is, if you do have a med ball or a box and you're working on that mobility, or you're just feeling a little unstable in that squat, or you're just not really sure if you're coming down enough, the wall ball is good for checking your height. So if you just come down, just touch, slight touch. You're not sitting down and relaxing. It's just a slight touch to see how far you're coming down, to make sure you're coming down the right way. With the box, you're gonna have to set it to the right height for you. So we want to try to get it to about the back of your knee. And again, now you can sit on the box for a second, but make sure if you are sitting on the box, you're not lifting your feet up and rolling up. We want to make sure that you're not using your momentum, you're just standing up with those legs, and really make sure that you don't get loose in the seat, that you're always tight. Again, it could just be a tap, but no rolling forward. And you can do that with or without a weight. So again, modifications for the goblet squats, air squats, box squats, or just lighter weights. So that is the workout of the day. It's gonna be 4 rounds of that. Good luck.